Hello everybody, and welcome to my perspective of the staff of Overcast Network's Ultra Hardcore. It was Last Man Standing, and there are 24 players, and I'm going to be doing post-commentary this one because I derped up and left my mic muted. So yeah, enjoy. Alrighty, so right off the bat, I have trees right next to my spawn, so I go up and I start attacking those for some wood to get the basic tool set. And right next to me you can see some pigs, so those are going to be also very helpful, and I would say my spawn here is a very decent spawn, very good. I got pigs and I have some trees, so it's definitely a very good spawn. Making crafting bench right away, so I can craft those tools up and make a sword and kill those pigs. First I make a pick, so I can grab some stone, and I figure what the heck, I'll just make a sword and kill these pigs real quick. So I kill it, and then what confused me was I got a kill, and I was like, what? But the scoreboard had been counting all deaths instead of just player deaths, so yeah. As you can see, Matt and Panda just must have killed an animal right there. And it was a little bit laggy, so I was confused with that. So then I pick up my crafting table right here. And yeah. Go. For some reason I skipped that pig. I can't remember why. But yeah. Over here I saw this rock cropping with some stone in it, so I figured I'd just dig down and pick that up real quick so I can get my basic stone tool set out. And started digging some stone, or I made a stone pick so it would go faster. And got some stone. Okay. It's gonna be probably not that interesting post-commentary because I've never actually done post-commentary before, so yeah, we'll see how this turns out. But anyway, I'm digging more cobble right here, and dig a little bit more cobble. Oh goodness. So then I get an axe, because my basic tool set for anything where I'm just starting out is first to pick. Usually I make swords first. I don't know why I made an axe first, but like I hate picking up I hate digging crafting tables with my fists, so I always have to make an axe because that really bugs me. So I have my basic tool set right now. One thing lacking is a bow, and I think I noted earlier at this point that bow will be a game changer, and that's why I started picking up this flint, or this gravel, so I could get flint. And I did pick up, I think it was just one piece right there, but having a bow is it's a game changer. You'll definitely see that later in the match. Spoilers, just kidding. But yeah. So now I have my basic tool set. I see all these pigs. I'm like, okay, that's good food source. I'm gonna hit down here, carefully trying to not take any fall damage. And then make a note of this bridge right here, because, well, it's not too important, but see that? My sprint dirt up, and I almost fell. Like, took a ton of damage, so that would not have been good. So I get these pigs, this one falls down, and I'm like, oh, come on. So then I kill some more pigs, trying to get this food, because food is very important. You don't want to starve to death. And I'm checking everyone's health here. I believe a couple people are down to 9.5, so I assume that was just falling damage or something like that. So I start chopping this tree so I can get apples. So, because you don't want to be trapped in a cave, find a ton of gold, and then have no apples. So then you have to go all the way to the surface, potentially taking more damage. and potentially dying. So you want to have apples before you go underground. And one thing, from what I've watched and played of Ultra Hardcore, the first day and night are the most important ones, or like they can be your game deciders. So if you get the supplies and everything you need on that first day and first night, then you can do fairly well. See, I got an apple right there, so I was like, sweet, let's see if I can grab one more. So yeah. But yeah, those first day and night are like game changers. If you do well on them, you're probably going to do well in the game, unless you derp up and do something not good after that. But yeah, so after I had chopped down that tree, I went looking for a suitable cave or location with which I could make my home. So I decided I'd try and hug the wall for a little bit, just to see how that would turn out. See the sugarcane, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need that for enchanting tables. So I picked that up, not only for enchanting tables for the book, but for bookshelves as well. So I have checked my amount of stuff I have. I see this over here, so I go over, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll grab some more, don't mind if I do. So Azilian, or Azilwazin, or whatever, how you pronounce his name, is down to 5.5 right there. And yeah. And a couple people are starting to take a little bit more damage. Sajin and Lazy are down to 9. I'm just checking my area, see if I see any more people, my surroundings. Making sure my sword is nice and sharp. I come over this hilltop and just checking around, see if I can see anything important. Don't see anything over there, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Don't really care about that. So right now I'm looking for a cave that I can go into after it's about to become night. So I think it's better to explore and get supplies during the day than to just get your basic supplies and then instantly just go down into the cave, because that's just, you're kind of wasting your first very, very potent hours, I would say, if that's the right word. Because they're very, very important towards your success in the game. Anyway, I found this coal here, so I'm just mining it up, and I blocked off that cave over there, so in case there were any mobs that just spawned, they wouldn't come attack me. So now I have some coal to cook up my pork chop that I just found. I checked down here, that's a hole. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go down there. Checked, that's a hole. No, really, I thought it was a mountain. Yeah. So now right now I'm looking for a suitable location to make my home. And in these swamps, I don't find one, but I see these chickens, and these chickens are important as well. You want to slaughter any chickens you see, unless you'll be in an area for a long time, which I don't think is probably the best idea. So you want to slaughter any chickens you pass by, so you instantly get their feathers and food, as well as, there's a little bit of lag there, right? I think so. But yeah, you want to get their feathers, their food, and then anyone else who passes by won't get them. Although they may take notice that, oh, there's no animals at all here, so someone's probably been around. Checking again, a couple people are starting to take a little bit more damage. Everyone's still mostly at 10, including myself. So, more sugarcane over here. Pick those up. And then just checking around a little bit more. See, mountains, they're like a good and bad. Like, they both have their goods. Yeah, their pros and cons, is what I meant to say. And then Brat wasn't actually playing. He was just helping out, I think. So right about here, I think, yeah, I saw a name right there. If you look closely, you can see it too. I didn't see it or see who it was. So I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to deal with that right now. So I'm just gonna head away, see if I can find a better place, maybe attack them after I've gotten armor. So I'm like, okay, now I'll head this way, just go kind of skirt around them, or maybe even take a look at who it is, so see who's in my surroundings. So I'm like, oh yep, someone's definitely been here. There's a tree shop down, and just kind of kept on going. And earlier on in the video I was like, okay, I'm on an island, and because of the way the plugin works, there's probably going to be more people on this island because it doesn't put them in the water. And that actually turned out to be pretty true. As you'll see, there's another name right there. That might have been the same person I saw. They just moved around. But they would have had to move pretty quickly from where I saw them to down in that pit. But yeah. I think there was... I ran into a couple people here on this island. Well, I didn't run into them. I saw their names. Have little close encounters. So here, I'm just kind of collecting a couple more pigs. And kind of went through me, so I couldn't get that last tail, so I had to go back and get it. And so I'm going down this hill. My food is getting pretty low. I can no longer sprint at the moment, but I try to avoid sprinting. I saw another name right there. I think that was Lazy Person 99. So I just kind of moved on. I'm like, okay, there's two people here. Definitely don't want to encounter them. So now I'm trying to go back away from them. And that zombie scared me. I was like, oh. So yeah, now I'm moving past them. There's a cobblestone right there. So you know people, as seen by their name tags, are there. Also, right there, a zillion, or however you say his name, the guy with the A in his name. Azilazin, there we go. Azilazin, he is down to 3 right there. So either he's being really not cautious, I can't remember the word, or he's just trying to get it found. That was a really derp explanation, just ignore it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back here. I guess I'll just stick near this wall, see what I can find. Some more pigs over here, so I'm like, get a couple more pieces of food. I want to be able to go caving without having to come back up for food, as that can tend to be a problem. Also, you can see over there the sun is starting to set, so now it's time for me to locate a cave, and boom, there's a cave. So now I'm like, okay, this looks fairly decent, not too dangerous. Probably want to make some torches before I go in. So I heard that zombie, and I'm like, okay, move away so he can't attack me, and then there he is. I'm like, I literally like jumped right there. I was like, oh. So I knock him down. I think the sun killed him actually right there, and that's why he didn't drop the sword. I was confused at the moment of why he didn't do that. So I ate a little bit more food so I can sprint if need be. And I guess I decided that I'm not going to that cave, and just moved on. No, I turned back. Check that. So yeah, I turned back to this cave. I'm like, this looks like a pretty nice place to make a home. This glitchy pig, get out of the ground, man. So now I'm in here. I'm like, is it worth it to cover up the entire base? So eventually I just decided, screw it. I'm going to just go down this one and hope for the best. So I covered this one off in case mobs came down, or if I was seen, and just covered it up. Wasn't the best covering. I could easily have been exposed right there and seen, or people could have easily found my base because I put a torch there and then cobble. So that wasn't the best hiding spot. And then here I see a skeleton, so I'm like, okay, screw that. And then here's one of my decisions that I think might have helped me get as far as I did. Um, so I was saying it's probably better to just, even though you have this cave, it's probably better to go down and find a deeper cave, because you're just gonna find, or although you'll find iron, you're just gonna take more damage from that cave. Because I saw a skeleton in there, and I was like, I don't really want to deal with that skeleton. He's just gonna screw me over because it's the 1.5.2, and they are really difficult. Solar Runner right there is at 4.5. Azilazin is still at 3. And everyone else is still in the green. So yeah. So I decide here, I'm just going to dig down for a lower cave. If I can't find one, I'll come back up and explore this one. But until then, I'm just going to go down and find a lower cave where I can actually get gold and diamonds and other precious materials. So right now, I want to make a furnace. I'm cooking up the iron I had gotten and the food. And now I'm like, okay, maybe I can go into that cave just to see if the skeleton was there, if he still aggroed at me. Tried to get a little bit lower so that I was right at their feet. And I wanted to be the side, or have an area on the side there so I could easily strafe away. So I look in there, I don't see him, but he's probably just around the corner, so I'm like, I don't really want to take the chance. So I could just cover that up. And I pick up my food and my iron and just take a bite. So now I'm completely full on hunger, which is good. I put in my chicken, grab my pork chop, look around, don't see any names. So okay, I'm like, I'm just gonna dig down. I don't really want to deal with this cave. There's a skeleton, and I know that. I think my initial thought was to dig around the problem and try and go past him, but then I didn't find, or I decided I'd just go down, like I said earlier, and just go to a lower cave and find gold and diamond. So I go down here, and I'm holding shift right now. I don't know why. It might have been a good thing, as you'll see later. So I'm just making the staircase so I don't like go through a large area and like make a almost strip mine. So I'm just digging down, trying to just stay in this very compact staircase so as not to strip mine, as stated earlier. Just repeating myself, don't just whatever. Okay, so I find this iron here. I'm like, sweet. Row left. I believe he comes back. Oh yeah, he came back. And then I go back up here. I'm like, I'm gonna cook up this iron. And actually, I think I just decided to no. Okay, yeah, I did put my iron in the furnace, checked for names, went back down. I also decided that I needed another pick. Then I was like, I need 2 picks if I'm going to be digging around. So I made 2 more picks, had those ready in case I ever needed them. I kept my wood one in case those ran out and I had no supplies to make a new one. Here I made boots, as boots provide the same amount of protection as helmets, and I still have an extra iron ingot that could be used for anything else. So now you see Solar Runner's at 3 and Azilazin is at 0.5. So yeah, those two aren't doing too hot at the moment. I'm not sure what they're doing because I didn't see them. And there's my new pick. Pick up these furnaces. I'm like, alright, time to book it. Giving a little bit of trash talk to Zillazin. Except I spelled his name wrong because I've always pronounced it as a zillion. Because who needs 2 Z's? I mean, come on. And then keep going down. Find a little bit more iron. I'm like, sweet. That's more iron for me to make a chest plate. Because once you get the initial armor set, if you find no more armor, you want to make boots or helmet. And after that, I would recommend going for a chest plate. Or at least that's what I normally do, because they provide the most amount of protection, and they're just 1 more than pants. So up here, I believe sure what I was doing right here. Oh, I turned my sound up. So I could hear better. And here for caves and stuff. Dig some. I'm not sure why I dug that dirt. Oh, so I can make my stairway better. Okay. So then I turn around and keep digging this very compact staircase design. Checking my height so I'm not going down to like diamond level and strip mining because I don't want to do that. So I keep going down, still shifting. Put a torch, don't want any mobs to spawn in my tunnel. And it's better to put it on the walls than the floor because if someone knocks down or puts down a bucket of water, there goes all your torches if it's on the floor or one block high. So it's better to keep it up on the second block where it can't be knocked out by water. So yeah. Right here I'm heading back up to go pick up my iron. And then I grab my iron. I'm like, woohoo! Can make a chest plate. Everything's going great. Put that on. Pick up my furnaces because they're no longer needed right there. And then I keep going down. So I could go find a cave. I'm currently not finding any. I'm like, getting a little frustrated because I don't really want to go back all the way up there. I want to find a cave down here where I can get better resources. So I'm going down, looking for a cave. I believe I can hear lava right here. I'm trying to dig towards that. Yeah, okay, there we go. I just heard lava, and now I'm digging towards it. So I'm checking my height, and I'm right above diamond level, so I go up one more. So I'm not at diamond level. I think I still am, though. So I'm looking for this lava. And I'm like, okay, it's more over this way, because you could just barely hear it over there. So I tried to dig down here for that lava. I couldn't find it. So I keep on looking. And Azulazin just found diamonds there. Lazy is down to 5.5. So Solo is still, I didn't see his health, but Solo's still pretty low. Azulazin is low, and Lazy Person's starting to get down in the yellow zone. And so I check my level, I'm like, I don't want to strip mine, go up a little higher. And then have my stuff in place. I'm going to cook this iron so I can make a helmet. I believe that's what my intention was to make a helmet. And look up here, and there's a name tag right there. I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's a shorter one, so my initial thought was that it was Sejin. But it could have been Bibu, or anyone else with a shorter name. So I'm just kind of chilling down here. I'm like, okay, holding shift. And then they held shift. I'm like, did they see me or did they not see me? Because I don't think too many people are full iron at this point. So I wasn't too concerned about them seeing me, as I was almost completely full iron. So then I decide, my shift key derped up right there, by the way. Then I decide, I should probably just make my helmet in case they do find me. So I put my crafting table there. That was not a good decision. Put it right in front, as I have to let go of shift longer. So I make my helmet, feeling a little bit safer as I'm almost completely full iron. Completely full, that's a bit redundant. So I'm almost full iron, and I'm like, okay, I'll just ignore them. Hopefully they won't come down and kill me. If they do, I'll give it the best fight I can. And then after that, I start digging towards the lava, because I actually heard it. Cover that up in case they actually do come down and I can hear them digging that instead of them just jumping down after me. So I'm digging towards this lava. Can't find it. Confused as to where it could be. And then, still digging, broke my second pick. Still looking for it, and I'm like, okay, it's a little bit higher, I think. Is it higher? Still not finding it, so then I decide, okay, it must be lower. Lakes of lava are usually lower. I'm not sure what I was doing right there. So then I start digging this way, and just dig around the dirt so I don't have to switch tools. I don't know why. I did have a shovel. I guess I'm going lower. I'm still checking up there to see if I can see the name tag. It looks like they've gone away. It actually might have been plastics, because he just emerald, and it was a mountain biome, so it might have been plastics who was right above me. So I'm getting closer to the lava as it's getting louder, and I see it, and I'm like, sweet! And then, right as I'm digging this, so I can get a little bit more of a platform, and there's no blocks there to place it on, so I'm trying to just go around it now. And over there, catch the corner of my eye. If you see right there where my pick is, or I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, that's diamonds. I'm like, sweet, I gotta get to those. But I also don't have an iron pick yet. So now I'm trying to just get down to where it is. So now my main goal is to get iron so I can pick up that diamond. So now I'm at the lava level, because it's a little safer to be at that level, even though the sparks come up. If you fall off your thing, you can swim back onto it. Learn that from Ghast. So yeah, find this diamond. I'm like, sweet, and I'm like freaking out right now. I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, found this diamond. So I don't want to get uber cocky now. Like, oh yeah, I found diamond. I'm like, woohoo, gold. So I'm just checking around this cave, looking for iron, and I don't find any yet until right here. Check around this, and there's some iron right there. I'm like, sweet. I can pick up my diamond. See if I can get an enchanting table. So I look, and it's definitely enough for me to get a pick. So I'm pretty happy right now, as I can get a pick and pick up that diamond. Maybe get an enchantment table. Pick up a little bit of this coal. And then I head out, start cooking up this iron. That was 6 iron. And then right here I was debating, should I make a bucket or should I make a sword? And I think my plan was to go for the sword in case I had a PvP battle with the person who was above me. I'm trying to sort my inventory up, craft some arrows in case I do get a bow. That's another one of my priorities at the moment, is to find a spider so I can get string or an abandoned mine shaft. So I get my iron pick. I'm like, sweet, there's my diamonds. I have diamonds now. Things are going great. My cobblestone there, two stacks is in. I think that was Roro. Roro just got blown up. Yeah, Roro got blown up by a creeper. So that's the first one to go. Apparently his keyboard glitched up or something. And that stinks. Always stinks to die due to technicalities. Oh, looks like Plastics just found a silverfish. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat. I was mainly focused on just surviving right now. So I was like, why is my iron pick not digging that really good? And then I realized it was stone. So I check in again for name tags. Always important to do so you're not snuck up on. I don't know why I hit that wall. Oh, because I heard mobs. I was like, oh, there's a spider. I just don't want to touch them. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that spider equals string. So I should have gone after that spider, and that could have been a little bit better. So now I'm trying to get this diamond, and we're almost to the end of the episode here. We're about a minute or so off. So I pick up this so I can start cooking this iron and finally get full iron armor. I was going to cook my iron there with iron, so it'd be like really strong iron, you know, because that's totes legit. So I put another furnace in so I can cook it even faster. Oh no, that was for my gold. Right. So I have my iron here. I'm just trying to get enough for my pants. So I'm looking around, making sure I'm safe, and then I cover up the diamond, make sure it doesn't just fall straight into lava, because that would stink. So I'm covering it up, make sure there's no lava by it. Dig here, and there's another diamond, like, sweet! So it might be a 4 vein, might not. So I dig down on that one, definitely that one's safe. So I want to check if this one's safe, and it looks pretty safe right there. And yes, it is safe unless there's lava by its side. So I dig that, it's a safe diamond. But there's no diamond next to it, because that's what I check here. And I can't find any, so I'm just like, alrighty, time to be done. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.